Every company needs a vision. And the best way to describe it is your company's why. It's easy to elaborate what you do, the products and services that you sell, how you're different, your unique capabilities, your USPs. But it's that why. Why do you sell that product? Why do you sell that service? Which is your vision. It's a North Star which really is unachievable. You can climb as many mountains as possible. You can get closer to the vision, but it's never actually achievable. Let's take the example of Nike. We see everyone in the world as an athlete united by the joy of movement. It has nothing to do with what they sell, nothing to do with their USPs. It's about why they do what they do. They are trying to unite the world in the joy of movement, and they build products and aspirations that go towards that vision. And why is it important? It is the emotional glue between your customers and your colleagues with every other person that surrounds your business. And that's important because the clients don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. People will come to work for you, not just because of the job that you're offering, but why you do that job. We can take two examples. The first pizza restaurant wants to hire you and says, we make the best pizzas in the world because we use the best ingredients and we use a wood-fired oven. I think, okay, it's a good pizzeria. But then another pizzeria comes to you and says, we are here to share the taste of Italy with the world. We use authentic ingredients, authentic styles of cooking, and we make the best pizzas in England. Which one of those are you going to join? It's the one which has a vision, not the one that makes pizzas. If you engage your employees, they become more productive. It's proven. So how do you engage employees? You of course have got to provide the basics. You've got to provide safety at work. You've got to provide an adequate wage. You've got to make it easy for them to do their jobs, and you've got to provide the training for them to do their jobs. But that's the entry ticket. To really get people engaged, you've got to create that emotional connection. Without it, you will not have engaged people at your company, and you will not be able to get from good to great. A vision forms the basis of extraordinary human effort. When you believe in that mission and you know that the work you're doing, as perhaps simple as it may be, is all funneling towards one goal, you're going to be more inspired to get there. The vision is almost like a language that your company shares, and it doesn't matter if they're in the finance department or the sales department or serving customers, because every distinct person has got their part to play in making that vision a reality. It bonds your company together. And when you have a vision that inspires, it brings people to want to work for your company, and more importantly, to stay. Vision is also a great tool to help strategic thought. It provides the guide rails to ensure that you do not engage in diversification, that your business is focused on achieving the vision. Let's take, for example, if you had a chain of Italian restaurants and your vision was to take the taste of Italy and share it with the world. And let's say, for example, one of your chefs came from the kitchen and said, I have just made the best hummus recipe you've ever tasted. And you taste it and you agree. And at the end of the day, if someone makes the best of any food, there's going to be people that want to eat it. However, it's not an Italian dish. So it doesn't have any purpose in the vision. In fact, if you thought, let's add hummus to the menu next to our margherita pizza, eventually your vision is going to break down. Suddenly, everyone who came to your company believing in sharing the taste of Italy to the world, they might think, well, why am I selling this hummus? So it really does provide a guide rail to say, of all these fantastic ideas that bubble up through the company, which one and which ones are going to take us closer to that vision. If they don't do that, they need to be discarded and let someone else do them. The other thing a vision does is to make your company impervious to time. Any product or service that you offer today might not be relevant in 10 years' time. Let's say your vision was to sell the most pizzas out of anyone in the whole of England. What happens when pizzas become unfashionable? Food does go in and out of fashion. Does that mean your business has to sink down with the trends of the products you sell? A vision is that North Star. If, for example, you're taking that vision of sharing the taste of Italy with the world, then you might say, the pizzas aren't doing that great, so why don't we move to pasta? These things are all within the same realm of bringing the taste of Italy to the world. And it's important because it allows your business to transcend what it currently does. And it keeps it so it always stays relevant. Tying this all up, vision is one of the most important things to a successful company. And if you don't yet have one, it's time to make one. If you enjoyed this content, please like the video and hit subscribe.